Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we are checking out Spiritforged, the first official expansion set of Riftbound, the League of Legends card game. I had a ton of fun opening up Origins, and this is my biggest pull, which is an overnumbered or secret rare Kaisa card, and it's really solid. Currently valued at right around $300, which is not too bad. This is a really solid card game. I've been really enjoying playing the League of Legends TCG. And I'm excited for Spiritforged. There's a ton of really cool cards inside of this set. I don't know a ton about them because I haven't really been following the meta too much. I know like Draven decks are apparently really strong, but there's some big chase cards inside of, wow, look at that. It's just straight up Draven's goatee. There's a bunch of really cool cards inside of this set that I would love to pull. Pretty much you want any overnumbered cards, and there are a lot of them inside of this set. The biggest one is going to be the Ahri signature card. We got Bard right there, very, very solid. Into Sivir, the Battle Mistress. All right, we actually need that as one of our leader cards. The general rule of Riftbound is that the quality control is very solid. Right now, it looks like there's 24 booster packs inside of every single booster box, and there's a ton of cards inside of every single pack. A single pack of Riftbound is really solid. It's a lot of cards. You get a lot of cards, and the card stock is really nice and thick, which is always really solid. You do get yourself pretty much some guaranteed secret rare cards inside of every single booster box, I think. It seems like you get a minimum of 2 secret rares per booster box. I don't know the official rules of it, but that's pretty solid. I'm going to be ripping open quite a few of this booster box, and there's our very first alt art card, Fiora Worthy. I know Fiora is pretty strong, but that is a very solid alt art card. The texturing on these cards is really solid, and the artwork is very nice as well. The Riot Games company, I guess, does a really solid job of making these cards look very solid. I know they had some issues with the first set, and I think a little bit of Spiritforged as well, where the card stock, especially from my original Origins booster box opening, I really didn't like it. They did a kind of a poor job cutting some of the cards, but it looks like some of those issues have been kind of resolved, so I'm pretty excited about that. There are some really gorgeous cards inside of Spiritforged. This is not a paid sponsorship or anything like that. I just really like this TCG. Aphelios, very solid. Into Piercing Light, we need a couple of copies of that. Right now, pretty much all of the signature cards, the alt art ones, it is very Ionia themed, and pretty much the one that people are chasing after the most is the Ahri one, the Nine-Tailed Fox. Obviously, Ahri is incredibly popular inside of the TCG as well as the whole entire IP, and I can't complain. The card art looks fantastic. Some of the other ones you would want would be something like Soraka or Aurelia. All very solid, and the Vayne alt art card looks really strong as well. If you're asking me which one of these cards are strong, I can't tell you. Hard Bargain I know is very solid. I don't know if Rel is very strong, and there is a bunch of, I would say, less important characters inside of the TCG as well, because they obviously have to expand on the whole entire universe. The lore of League of Legends is really, really weird. They've retconned the lore inside of League of Legends many a times, and it's really hard to even understand like what is the true, like what actually happens in League of Legends, you know? So I'm not really worried too much about that. My goal right now, hey look, it's Jace from the Netflix series Arcane, very solid. That is actually that looks exactly like Chase from Arcane. They didn't even draw him any differently, so very interesting. Right now, we're just looking for any of the other overnumbered cards would be really, really solid. The Fiora is a strong start. We'll probably get at least 1 to 2 more. Each Spiritforged booster box is currently going for right around $200, which is probably still like $100 above their true retail price. Xin-Zhao. Wow, he looks so different. He looks so different from his in-game look, you know. Xin-Zhao is pretty Asian. Obviously still from Demacia. I think he was born in Ionia, so they at least explain his... Well, there aren't Asian people in League of Legends, but you get the basic idea of it. So they did try to explain his lore a little bit. I know, like, he's related to one of the new champions where... Ooh, Rumble will be pretty cool. into a Rumble Scrapper alt art card. That is pretty cool. I am looking to build a Rumble deck. I know Rumble is not very strong, but I love the Mech Tribal. I love Yordles. I think they're a hilarious bunch. So it'd be great for us to be able to build a whole entire Rumble deck. Any of the leader signature cards would be the ideal pulls from our booster box. We got ourselves a Azir, Emperor of the Sands. That's another leader that we need. Into a Bellows Breath. We actually need a couple copies of that card as well. Pretty much there is still a little bit of power creep. That's pretty common with every single TCG, but as far as I can tell, besides this set being very strong, I will say $200 a booster box seems pretty expensive, and it is expensive. I don't want to deny that this set is expensive. Obviously, Riftbound has been seeing the most level of complaints when it comes to the amount of availability of products. A lot of people are complaining that they just don't have enough products to play around with, which is very fair. But that's pretty much very common with pretty much every single TCG right now. Like if you look at Pokemon, if you look at One Piece, a lot of other TCGs are having similar issues, especially the most popular one, is that they're just struggling to keep up with the amount of demand. TCG in general and card games are incredibly hot right now, and there's a ton of them. There's so many card games right now, and it's really hard to compete, especially for the top tier games. You can't follow them all. Right now, the two that I'm currently following and, like really focusing in on, because I do go to Riftbound locals, and I actually do go to Pokemon locals as well, and I collect quite a bit of Pokemon cards, obviously. But you can't follow every single TCG. Your wallet just can't handle that. So you sort of have to pick and choose which TCGs do you want to collect, because you can't collect every single TCG. So right now the two I'm focused on is Riftbound, because there's only two sets of it, so it doesn't take up a lot of space inside of my head in terms of like what I have to follow. Because if you're following a series like One Piece, which I know my buddy Rob really follows, you have to really focus in on that. Like he's playing in the Las Vegas local Bandai Card Fest, I think, this weekend, which is great for him. But it's a lot of work, You can't follow every single TCG because there's just too many. To follow the meta, to follow the competitive scene, to follow the latest sets, to follow the top chase cards, to follow all that is a lot of headspace to handle all at once. So most people will typically follow one, maybe two TCG. If you're like really, I know Punch First is actually a really cool card. If you're really crazy, you might follow three TCGs, and three TCGs is a lot to follow. Down well. I recognize some of these cards as actually being quite strong, some of them less so. The prices on Riftbound singles can get doozily expensive, so we'll see how crazy this gets. Right now, booster boxes being $200 is a lot, but it's not ridiculous. That's actually quite reasonable. It's crazy to think that $200 for a booster box is considered a fairly reasonable price. We got quite a few Fiora cards. We got the Fiora Leader, we got the Fiora Signature Spell, and we got the Fiora Champion Alt Art card. So, am I building a Fiora deck? My goal would be to build a Rumble deck. Rumble, like I said, is not a strong character. What I will say is that League of Legends does a great job of making sure that every single leader gets representation on the main stage. And how they are able to accomplish this is because every single leader gets their own unique prize card. So even if you play a very unpopular leader, if you play it really, really well, you still get rewarded for it. And there we go. We got one of our big chase cards, the Vayne Alt Art card. Obviously, Spiritforged is a very Ionia focus set. And a lot of that, the cards follow a very beautiful kind of a spiritual art piece. And this Vayne card is gorgeous. I do believe there is a signature version of this card. I'm not sure. There might not be. And a reason why there might not be is because this is not a leader. I wonder if all the signature cards are for leaders only. I don't know if there's a signature version of this card, but check out how gorgeous that art is. The texturing on these cards are fantastic, and the artwork is beautiful. Really great job with what they're doing with League of Legends. I mean, like, the card stock is great. The pull rates is great. This is a single booster box, and we pulled 3 alt art cards so far, which is really cool. You can't say the same for Pokemon, right? And I think that's something that's very interesting, is that the Pokemon Company is kind of following behind in terms of quality. Like, really, if you look at the texture qualities on a lot of Pokemon cards, they are behind. Wow, we got the Rek'Sai leader and the Rek'Sai champion in a single booster pack, so that's really solid. The Pokemon Company, it's just cheapening their product so much. We talked about this in a recent episode of Card Lounge, but the card stock of new Pokemon cards is super bad. They're very thin, they're very finicky, and obviously they're just common and uncommon cards. But if you look at a lot of other card games, they are leagues and bounds above of Pokemon right now. And a lot of people are simply collecting Pokemon cards because of our love for the IP. There's Aurelia, very strong card, I think. I don't know that for sure, but I do think Aurelia is really strong. I haven't been able to go to any of the Spiritforged locals. And so I do think the Pokemon is really falling behind in terms of the quality of the TCG specifically. The pack opening experience of Pokemon cards is not fun. If you rip open 100 booster packs of the latest set, Ascended Heroes, it's incredibly expensive. How much would 100 booster packs of Ascended Hero cost you? Like $1,500? That's insane, right? And most likely, if you rip open that much Ascended Heroes, you're probably not getting anything good. Like, that's so unfortunate that if you rip open 100 booster packs, you're probably going to get yourself, if you're lucky, 1 alt art card. 1 alt art card. If you're super lucky, you get yourself 2 alt art cards or 2 illustration rare, like SIR cards. Out of 100 packs is terrible. This is 24 booster packs of Spiritforged, and we pulled ourselves 3 alt art cards already, and they're all gorgeous. I'm happy to pull the alt art Fiora. That's fantastic. I'm happy to pull the alt art Rumble. I want to build a Rumble deck. That's great. And we pulled the most gorgeous one of the bunch so far, the Vayne. Like, that is just gorgeous art pieces. Like, super textured, very thick, nice hollow design. So really cool cards. And the Pokemon Company is only able to, like, really be so hyped because of our love for the TCG. It's or the collectible side of it. It's the same with the Pokemon video game. I would say the Pokemon video games for the past couple of generations has been incredibly mediocre. That's not even a hot take. I think most people would agree with that. Like, the games are average at best. The reason people love the games is because of our love for Pokemon, not because of our love for the actual game. Like, the gameplay is okay. It's nothing mind-blowing. In fact, it's probably like 10 to 15 years behind a lot of what they're currently doing. And the reason people buy them is because of how much we love them. And that's so unfortunate and so tragic, you know. We should be really asking for more from the Pokemon Company, but we're not getting it, you know. They don't need to as well, you know, like Destined Rivals is 600, Phantasmal Flames is 300. Every single Pokemon card set is so incredibly expensive. They don't need to do anything. They don't need to improve their quality at all because they're selling out of every single set. Their goal right now is to make it, let's make it as cheap as possible just so that we can sell more. And that's really tragic. It's tragic. Ooh, we got ourselves a Jax. And an Azir leader. Is that an Azir leader? No, that is the Azir champion unit. That is really cool. So the Pokemon Company has no desire to improve their quality. And competition is always better for the TCG space, you know? I want other card games like One Piece and Riftbound and Lorcana and even Magic to give the Pokemon Company a run for their money, you know? They should all be giving each other a run for their own money, you know? Magic the Gathering, I know, has been really riding on the coattail of fans for way too long because if you follow Magic, they have some egregious predatory practices too when it comes to the TCG space. Wow, 3 alt art cards, can't complain. I'm really happy with this Riftbound booster box. Some people have gotten way worse booster box than this, but you know, for $200, I'm really satisfied with this. I got a ton of playable cards, And I'm probably going to rip open a couple more off stream. Best of luck on your guys' own hits if you are currently following Riftbound. Yeah, best of luck. We got ourselves an Orn leader card. I think this is our second copy. An Akshan, as well as a Danger Zone, which is the Rumble signature card. So there we go. My Rumble deck is coming together really, really well. So exciting stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Best of luck on your Riftbound Spiritforged opening. If I pull any other really cool cards from this set, I'll probably post it on my own Instagram rather than posting it as a video. And yeah, best of luck. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck on your collecting journey, and I'll see you guys next time.